lots of cool cars on the property on Sunday, but the bulk of the matter goes tomorrow night with the Top Fuel and the Funny Car. And the Nitro Harleys and all the good stuff. But we get a lot of good stuff tonight. Nostalgia Alcohol Funny Cars. They are in the middle of all that.
Yeah.
He's a Canadian Drag Racing Hall of Fame inductee.
Absolutely, he is.
He's got himself. And then the other funny cars, we got Jamie Russell coming up now with either a Corvette or Mustang. He's got two bodies. I think he's got the Corvette for some reason. Watch him pull the Mustang up on me. And the Boston.
That sounds about right.
The Boston Strangler turned John Wall.
Now that car sounds familiar.
Yeah, Cape Codder. It's the ex-Cape Codder Nostalgia Funny Car.
Oh, excellent.
And who else we got? Robin Stambach.
You got hero cards from everybody.
My desk is full.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Plethora of. Oh, I've met her.
Yeah,
I met her at St. Thomas.
Yes, very, very nice lady. Her and her brother race.
Yeah, that's great crew.
And there's another one in here. The Frantic Ford. And I'm not sure who exactly behind the Frantic Ford. Sweetman Brothers, or somebody. We're going to start
last year, so I don't know.
It's not Louis Raimondo. It's the Angione brothers. Oh my goodness! Here we go. This is Kelly's first one, so you got to give him a little slack.
Yeah, might be a little jacked.
He's a little overwhelmed.
Look at all the fans. I'm not used to seeing so many fans.
Yeah, I said
awesome.
You've announced to 2,000. Now you're announcing to. All right, the Angione bros. This dragster's been around forever. This is Chuck Nadji's old red dragster they ran amok with in the 90s. These guys stuck a nitrous motor in it, and the first time they come out without a wheelie bar, and guess what happened?
Did it stand up?
It stood right at itself up and scared the bejesus out of all of us.
Wow, that would have been an exciting day.
Now, a lot of people that never run a wheelie bar find a reason to at some certain point.
5-inch Spitzer chassis, sponsored by GGM Contract. No escape from the zoo.
No. All right, photographers, aim your cameras. Masonry.
Really?
You know, that's
good work.
That's good hard work. Bob Robinson in the Firebird. That's Tory wheelie bar check. Tate Summerfield does the deed to that race series. All right, Emily, you had a junior dragster that said, won't go quietly on the side, and if you knew, you'd understand.
Here we go, they got top bulbs on, creeping into the beams right now.
Fire, so nobody's leaving on ET, or on reaction time. 441, 159, 453, 155.
Yeah, Bob Robinson in the Firebird was 018 on the tree, so he was definitely amped up.
I really dig this duster. Started as a street car. It's morphed into this, Kelly.
Yeah, Jeff Gable.
Just unbelievable. 645 cubic inches of B1 wedge, I believe. No, Indy.
Okay.
Okay.
Indy headed.
It's got his son in there now.
Wow, it's got a really nice tone to it, eh? Deep and throaty.
Yeah. Sounds like a Mopar. Rich and Karen Yackles with their blow-through entry. The tower side, that's a Mike Boss swing arm.
Tubes of Pro-Charged.
Yep. It's
big block Chevy. Rich is going to get there first, 4:38 at 162 miles an hour. Dustin goes 4:71 at 120.
Me?
No, you.
Okay, this is what Tony gave us, all the sponsors. He's gotten together a list of sponsors. Tony Valerio doing the super stock thing. And this is at last minute, folks. This wasn't...
Well, it looks like we're good to go. We got those people put back from the wall. We're going to continue with our quick 16. Right?
Motor Pro Stock.
All right, we got Shauna Woodstra.
We need a Nostalgia Front Engine Dragsters and the Stock and Super Stock and Nostalgia Front Engine Dragsters. Nostalgia Dragsters in 3, Super Stock and Stock in lane 6, please. Who we got here?
We got Shauna Woodstra in the left lane.
Shauna won a race.
Rusty.
Adam Hawk.
You're right. See, Bill knows.
Bill knows. Bill knows all.
Still looks like we need a tech card, because I don't think we have it.
Open wheel machines here at the Schaefer Specialized Lubricants Nitro Nationals at T and P.
Here we go, sneaking into the beams. 4:58 at 150, puts himself in the number 7 and 8 spot respectively.
Blair. And beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Michael Kalin, Tower Side here. He's one quick digger. He's out of Niagara Falls, New York. Dean Charleston, he's out of London with that beautiful 5.5 Chevrolet.
Man, that thing is nice.
Big Pro Charger on Mike's car. This thing just out and out goes. That's a 3-second machine right there. Look at the tires on the back of that thing. This is 548 Tower Side, sponsored by 24-hour tire service and OnlyFans, because if you knew Mike Kalin, you'd understand. Right now.
Okay.
This is a
That's
family.
why it said P.
All right, here we go. Top bulbs are lit.
I need Super Stock and Stock and...
All right, Dean Bump's in. Both competitors are in. Wow, that... Number 1 spot.
Yep.
Dean goes 4:69 at 153 and moves into the number 10 spot after the first round of qualifying.
There's much more in that.
And that's going to move us right into Ian Hill Racing Productions Canadian Pro Mod Series, sponsored by Synergy Composites. Be running in the right lane. That's not Jay Santos. That's Jay Santos' car. Jordan Lazick. Currently in competition is the 304 miles an hour. So Jay is running a 526-inch Hemi with a Roots. Definitely knife to a gunfight here. Nitro Nationals at TMP. Man, this is exciting.
Ian Hill Racing Productions. Got to thank Ian Hill for putting this program together, along with the tracks and the racers. Everybody came together for this deal. That WD-40? WD-40, so will not freeze.
Exactly.
It's not some special race fuel. All right, wheelie bar adjustment.
Yep. Got to keep that hat lubricated.
The track's been very good all day. The air is a little better now, a bit. It's got to be by now.
The sun's just starting to come off the starting line, too.
It's an excellent. It's Friday. It's the Schaefer Specialized Lubricants Nitro Nationals, and we're all here, and we're all enjoying this because just look what's going to happen right about now.
Both competitors inch their top bulbs on. Goes right down there, goes 381 at 193 miles an hour. Jordan had to lift. We're all getting educated here, folks. No, D. D is less than C. Yeah. All right, crew members are backing them up to the starting line.
Sam Andriacci, an old school racer, OSCA. Steve Boardman was a super gas racer, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right. I do have some information. Super gas, yeah.
Red Hot, that was it, right?
Yeah, you even qualified for Indy in 2016.
Really?
Yeah. I got a little note right here. Yeah, you were 10 to 15 years running that.
Yeah.
With this pro mod? Oh, this car's built by Vanishing Point. I do know that. It's in the back window.
All right, here we go, folks. WD, Friesen, Nagi, Fuji. All right.
Yeah, crew members walk away. It's go time.
It's gut check time. It's time to send them here at the Nitro Nationals. Nice run.
Oh, yeah. Sam made a great pass. Wow. 381 with a 6. Puts himself in the number 2 spot. Steve.
Yeah, look at the speed.
What, 196?
196.
Yeah, a good lick. Steve had some issues. Car was rolling around. He had to get out of the throttle wisely. Even before the 60-foot, he coasted through with a 670. Great pass.
Pro modified, the best.
Yeah, Sam's sponsored by a plethora of people, eh? Wolf Electric, Astro Auto, ISG Transport, NGK, and Eaton for that number 2 qualifying spot.
And Steve Boardman's got Ajax engines in his corner.
All right, so this matchup, we got Ron Banks in the left lane, in the VP Racing lane. Beautiful vet. In the right lane, we got Serge Giroux. In the 5th gen Camaro, looks like he's got a pro-charged. I'd say pro-charged Hemi, but I will get some information and come back with better information the next time around. Ron Banks sporting a 526-inch Alan Johnson 481X. Wow. So really the only car in the class with a Chevy in it. Big block Chevy base, platform. It's got a Roots supercharger also, 1471. So definitely knife to a gunfight situation here.
Final call, super stock, final call, front-loaded dragsters. True North gassers to the lane. True North gassers to the lanes. True North gassers to the stage lane. So we need you in 4 and 5. True North gassers, 4 and 5. 4 and 5. 4 and...
Is it 4 and 5?
It's 4 and 5. Here we go, folks. New school, kinda. Old school, kinda.
But school. Here. Well, third goes right in, but Ron doesn't care.
You think he was keyed up?
Wow, I think everybody was keyed up on that one. Nice lick for Ron Banks. 415 at 176, puts him in the number 3 spot. Serge was right behind him, goes 433 at 177. You see that, eh? On the right lane. Oh, in the Camaro.
Just going to check on some down track. Make sure you make your way over to Slickside Trackside Bar. Have yourself a beer along the rail in the bar. Those people look like they're happy. Are you happy? You're happy. And we have our food booth open, our souvenir trailer. Everything you need for a good night here at the Nitro Nationals.
All right, folks, Rumble in the Jungle. We're back at it. Right lane, we got Al Martorino. This really cool 0509 Mustang GT.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Check out this Corvette. Does that look like it's doing a deuce sitting still or what?
Yeah, that's a new Synergy body Corvette.
Sierra, I'll let you take the last name on.
Chirino.
Shaquar? Pierre Shaquar? Oh, Kelly and I, we blow up so many names. Pierre Shaquar out of Quebec. C7 Corvette. Before they went to the C8, and some people say they lost it.
Yeah. No, this is the latest body out of Synergy Composites, who is also the sponsor.
What's that body weight, Kel?
Probably somewhere right between 50 to 60 pounds.
The entire body?
For the entire body, yep. Really cool combo. They got a 521 cubic inch Brad Anderson Hemi with a Roots blower.
Nice.
This is a small team. Just got Pierre's got his son as the crew chief and a couple friends there, Francois and Nathan.
All the locals over there on Al's side standing behind to give their advice on what's going to go right or wrong with this front. All right, pulling up into the line here. Here comes Al on the right-hand side. That's the Schaefer Specialized Lubricants lane.
Yes, brand new car, 19 runs on this car.
Really? No.
Yeah.
I've seen most of those runs. The last few have been really, really good.
The brand new PRC chassis. Running a Noonan Hemi with a screw blower.
Wow.
Oh, the track's phenomenal. 54 to the split. Man, that car was moving out. Right lane coming up. And Big Sal in the black Mustang. Sienna Wildgus, man, she's Canadian celebrity, Canadian royalty as far as drag racing. She's the youngest drag racer to ever be licensed for Pro Stock. And now she's in this new to them Firebird body, twin turbo, big block. Oh, it's a Hemi, sorry. It's got a Hemi in that with twin 98s, the only turbocharged car in the field.
Oh, Kamasui coming up now. Big Sal's been around.
She's a property manager, and she's working to get a real estate license and follow in her dad's footsteps, which is really smart. She's not going to get any time. They still will have data, though.
It's True North Gassers. To the lanes, please. True North Gases to lanes 4 and 5. Good front engine dragsters, you should be there. Or, yeah, nostalgia front engine dragsters. Because you are next.
Yeah, we got 2 more Pro Mods left. And current record. He has gone in the 50s, but in IHRA, Ian Hill Racing Productions Canada Pro Mod, The record currently is a 3:66 with an 8. So yes, he has been faster, but he'll be taking on Claude St. Maurice. Beautiful gray Firebird out of Quebec. 521 Hemi. Cubic inch Hemi.
Hemi. It's got a Hemi, folks.
Yeah, with a screw blower. Jay Santos running a 4.9 Noonan Hemi with a C screw. Sponsored by Brampton Pallet and J&M Recycling.
Really? Yeah. Things. Here comes Jay Santos. Holm Hills. Brampton Pallet. It's business. All right.
Yeah, here we go. They're inching them into the beams.
Couple of F-body machines. My favorites.
Yeah, both Synergy composite bodies right here. As you'll see in most of the Pro Mod cars. He sure is, man.
376, 199, a little off his record pace.
Yeah, but a nice clean pass, A to B, right down the middle.
Yeah, Claude had problem.
Yeah, Claude moved around. You can look at the tire marks. He just rattled the tires about 60 feet. Car made a move to the left, a little to the right. He wisely got out of the throttle.
To race another day.
Well, those guys will definitely collect some good data, which we'll bring to the track tomorrow, because they have 3 more qualifying sessions tomorrow. So we'll get to see these guys tomorrow. These guys are racing for 20 grand on Sunday, folks.
Cool.
And that concludes Ian Hill Racing Productions Canadian Pro Mod for Friday night. Look at this, Tony Pontieri. Yeah, I heard there were supposed to be some more of them. Just an exhibition pass.
Pontieri, the barber, they call him. Long time pro stock, pro outlaw,
Pro mod.
pro everything.
Yeah, is he the only guy to have won 2 championships in 1 year, NHRA and...
No,
Oh, really?
really. Tony's driven everything. He's been in nitrous cars until he had a terrible fire, and he hasn't driven a nitrous car since. I witnessed that fire. It was not a pleasant thing to see. No fire is. Yeah. Sharon Somerville bringing him into the beams, which is cool.
Yeah, check out the rocker covers on this thing when you get back to the pits. They are huge. They remind you of the Boss 429 style covers. 5-speed clutchless. Sings it up to about 7,000, snaps the clutch out and starts rolling the gears. Mountain motor. On gas, no power adders. Just a lot of cubic inches. Triple disc clutch. Excellent.
413, 174 to the 8th. 413, 174 to the 8th.
Yeah, it's repeatable. He did just about the same thing a little while ago. So that car can repeat. And that was a great run, no drama, right down the middle of the race course.
So, what do we got up next here? Well, Bill, I got Bill Richards talking with me now. He is the best stock and super stock guy to talk to. He knows them better than the owners. Right, Stace? Yeah, Stacy Richards down there shooting photos with along and the rest of the photographers down there. How you doing, bros? Everybody's ready to get some good shots? Beautiful.
Yep, going to be a good show.
You still got some good light, but you're going to be flashing it before long.
Yep, Stacy's got her flash ready.
Unless you're one of those available light shooters. Oh, I hear something starting up.
Yeah, we've got the what's called the center steer category, and it's designed to be somewhat more affordable and yet go really fast. And roadsters, anything center steer, front motor dragsters, that sort of thing. Altereds, you name it, mixed bag. And what we're looking to do is build that category. It's reasonably priced. You can have a decent motor, doesn't have to be too exotic, and some kind of a decent center steer chassis. And you go running a group of like-minded individuals out to have some fun and go pretty fast on a budget. And this is what's developing now, and it's going to be developing even further into quite a big category. Has a lot of interest. People looking for a place to race. They don't really want to go bracket racing. They don't have the money to go heads up either. And this is a nice compromise.
Cars coming up now are a throwback to the old Top Fuel days. We got beautiful dragster on the tower side here, Scott Haviland. And we got Aaron over there in the smaller dragster. I can't for the life of me remember Aaron's last name. No. Grant, that's it, Aaron Grant. I knew it was something. He married Audrey Worm.
That's right.
Beautiful burnout by Scott Haviland, son of the legendary Charlie Haviland. He's in the Drag Racing Hall of Fame. He was inducted in 2016. His late father. Now, he's the curator of the Charlie horse, the Altered that his dad drove, and he's also got this front engine dragster that he's been working on for years. Whoops. In the other lane, Aaron Grant. He's out of Otterville, Ontario. That's just a little weeny 160-inch wheelbase front engine dragster with a 454 on injectors. Cool looking piece, eh, Bill?
I like them. I like them both. Scott Scari's been, as you mentioned, amping it up bit by bit. Is smart enough to not jump in off the deep end.
Got to do some research. Is that an ex-fuel car, the Scott? Yeah, looks like it.
I don't know for sure. There's no lineage that I know of, but hey, he's doing a great job. It's a small block, but a blower.
Yep, just a small, little weeny small mouse motor. And a big block over on the right-hand side, a 454. Running off the throttle, good pass by going both cars here, tower side, 505 at 145 for Scott Haviland. Aaron Grant, 564, 121, good. Straight as an arrow passes.
Yeah, so 8th mile passes there, and pretty decent speeds too, considering they're doing pretty good out there. And Aaron Grant, 121 miles an hour halfway down is quite a nice pass. And as you can see, you don't need a big bankroll to get it done. And you can get the time of your life going pretty darn fast. Here comes Primitive Pete. He also has a Willis.
Beautiful Willis. Pete Abernethy. I believe he's still licensing in this car. It's not something you see every day.
No, that is that engine there, if you're not familiar, is it is a Chrysler Hemi, but it's the first generation of Chrysler Hemis built in the 50s. And you found them in DeSotos and Chrysler Imperials, all the way up to 392 cubic inches.
Ormo Dante is the home of this man. Also Frank Hood, one of our regular racers.
Yeah, he's from up that way.
And he's getting with the program now, moving around a bit.
Yeah. So even taking it easy, still halfway down, it's going 113 miles an hour, and you could hear that he wasn't pushing that thing hard at all. Perry Carey helping out, I think, there, eh, Perry? Good.
Hey, good to see you, brother.
He's a good lad. All right, some more center steer action. Now this car, Ross Booker, and it says so right on his dial-in board, you can see it. This is a regular bracket racing car. He races this car all over western New York, southern Ontario, and does very well for himself, but it qualifies as a center steer, as does the Born Identity. Out to have some fun in that 48 Fiat Topolino, which is loosely translated into small mouse. Topolino.
Robo Ross Booker on Tower Side, one of the owner-operators of Steel City slot car drags in Hamilton, Ontario. They race through the winter. I think they're racing now, actually, on some Sundays or Wednesdays, whatever. We want to talk slot car drag racing, and they got the computer, and it's just like what you see here, but on a smaller scale and a lot less money. Brian and his father, Robert Bourne. Robert at the front there, bringing him in. Out of Barrie, Ontario with that Born True Identity machine. Hamilton, the home of Ross Booker on the Tower Side. Ross is known to cut a light.
He's going to be a player.
Nice light. 6:04 for Ross, 5:39 for Brian. That's an 8-second machine normally.
Yeah, injected small block, originally built in 1964, so it's still holding its own quite handily. So that wraps up our center steer category. Like I say, it's new, building some interest, getting some cars out that would normally be sitting around, and it's a good opportunity for people to go reasonably fast on a reasonable budget and have a lot of fun doing so. So we'll see big things coming out of this center steer category in the future. Just a little bit of TP, a little bit of track prep. We'll bring out the stock, super stock category. My favorite category.
This stock and super stock's been around since drag racing's begun, actually, in some form or another. It's worked its way up, and then just when it looked like it was going to run out of steam, FJ Smith decided, why don't we take the front-wheel drive and change it back around to where God intended, rear-wheel drive cars, and he put GT classes into super stock class. And what do you think, Bill? Did that save it, or just?
I think it definitely helped, and you're right. It might have saved that category. The category is always very popular, but the manufacturers really didn't have anything to do with it because they weren't modern body styles. They were 68 Camaros or 70 Mustangs or 440 Cudas and stuff like that, which they didn't sell anymore or even close. So they made a proposal that if they could run a modern day body with a super stock style drivetrain of days gone by, then they would be interested in sponsoring that. And Oldsmobile, Pontiac, Ford, Chrysler, all of them have since then been sponsoring some sort of stock and super stock cars since that point. So our very own FJ Smith to be thanked for that. Speaking of the devil, the Bandito, Tony, the Bandito Valerio in the Camaro. And the Camaro is what we would call a stock eliminator car. And the big difference visually is that stockers can run a 9-inch wide tire maximum. In the other lane, Trevor and Mary Edmond out of Canfield, Ontario. That is a super stocker, and it's got the big 1432 slicks all tubbed out in the back there. The Mustang has got a transplanted 460 cubic inch low compression motor. Tony has got a 350 single quadrajet and a 4-speed manual transmission.
Tony Valerio leaving the line, throwing gears. Trevor had a nice light there, 17. At the top end, they're going to run it out. It's going to be the big block Ford, 1005, 133, 1070, a 121.
Yeah, good laps for a pair. Trevor and Mary should be happy with that, especially with the pea soup air that we have here today. Chelsea Clark in her dad's Pontiac Grand Am. Her dad painted that car. He's an appraisal specialist and works a lot with insurance companies now. Little 327 in the purple car. 350 crate motor in the dark green Camaro of Sandro Del Plavignano out of King, Ontario. Yes, that's Sandro Del Plavignano. Yeah. Sandro, that's 67 Camaro coming from Alberta. And it's a nice Super I automatic 350, 295 horse, which would be standard in a 67 SS Camaro. Jeff Rutan in his 81 Racing Services is what we would call a GT car. It's got a older model engine and a newer model body. Rutan was 1051, Sandro 1016 at 128 miles an hour. These cars have a lot of restrictions. You'll notice they have all the factory glass. The windows roll up and down. There's no fiberglass, all steel, full interior. Patrick Police in the black Camaro. It sounds different because it's a V6 running in P stock automatic. And I don't know who's in the blue 66 Nova. Outlaw, to North Gases, final call. We need Outlaw Street, AA Gases, Outlaw Street, and AA Gases, and Nitro Bikes.
AA gassers and nitro bikes to the lanes, please. Outlaw Street, AA gassers, nitro bikes, and if you want to come along, alcohol funny cars, we'll take you too.
So here we go with one of Ian Hill's many machines. This one, a beautiful white 67 SS Camaro, Nova, I should say. Bill Kraft out of Youngstown, New York, in the Firebird, has got a small block Chevy with a quadrijet under the hood of the bright yellow machine. Disappointing. The folks at the Slicks Bar got a really good view of their front wheels dangling high in the air. So great job for Bill Kraft. Ends up with a 10:05. Robbie Becker driving at least one of their vehicles today. The Crafts are really good folks, and we appreciate having them. And that wraps up our exhibition category of the stock super stocks as we move into a very popular category coming into its own after about 10-15 years of moving around and finding a track to race at. These are called True North Gassers, and the good thing about these things is no two are alike.
What a cool pair of cars these are. El Senor in the right-hand lane, and the Willis 35, is that? My eyes are...
I believe it's a 35, yeah. You can tell by the headlights on the fenders are quite a bit different.
And Davey Neal, Dave and Wanda Neal in the Severn, Ontario with a 52 Chevrolet Skyliner.
Yeah, that is a businessman's coupe, and no back seat in these cars. You could order cars bare bones, and that's what Dave Neal's car is. You can see the all the flags taken off there now. Dave's upgraded his power. He's got a tunnel ram and two big carburetors on top now, going quite a bit faster. Almost 500 inches of big block Chevy in the 52. Little 327 in the panel sedan.
I'll do there, let me put the tree.
Yeah, Al couldn't hang on to it, but he won't get a time.
Here's a car with a lot of pedigree, the James Boys machine, driven by Eric Rand.
Yes.
He had a accident last year at St. Thomas. He got it fixed. He's had it out once this year, and he was just up here telling me that this car is available. It is for sale.
Is it? Oh.
So if you're interested in owning a piece of history, talk to Eric Rand about the James Boys 33 Willis 4-door sedan. In the other lane, Dan Rice out of Tilsonburg in the Dodge with a Ford power plant.
Pretty evenly matched, eh, Rob? That was a good matchup, yeah.
Perfect.
Past gas, Bill Salmon out of the Rochester, New York area, the green and silver machine.
And Salmon's, I dig this car.
It's a very cool car.
Metallic paint on it.
Yeah. Irv Patterson in the primer black, flat black.
Yeah, he had a decal on the back of that car for years that said, "Ugly is in." But that's okay. We're just playing around here. No racing, just qualifying. 646 and a 766. What do we got here, bro? All right, that's a burnout. That's the kind of burnout you want to see.
Dave Grant out of West Bloomfield, New York. In that 55 Chevy, he's got the engine set way back up in there.
Straight axle.
Yep, one of the fastest cars here.
Yeah. Oh, Mike sees something. Shut it off, shut it off, shut it off. He sees leakage,
Mike
so we'll have
sees
to
an
address
issue.
that for a second here. Eagle eye on Mike Vanny down there. Shut it off, and we'll push him out of there. Something's leaking out of that
Yeah,
bad boy.
that's a very safe thing to do. We don't want anything on this racing surface that could affect.
So we'll shoot
Anything at all?
Dan Emsley by himself in the heavy Chevy metal out of the port. Sponsored by Rodfather Racing. Good old Rodfather. Gary Archer and the boss. Fuel leak. So that got worse.
Yeah, well, good thing we have some good eyes on the starting line.
Outlaw Street, AA gassers, nitro bikes, and nostalgia alcohol funny cars. You have been called. Outlaw Street, AA gassers, nitro bikes, and nostalgia alcohol funny cars. You have been called to the lanes. Who's this guy?
Well, there's a friend of ours, Larry Kerrigan, in the Sinister Minister 33 Willis.
The ex-Sponge Bob car?
Yeah, he used to be called SpongeBob, and they've done a lot of work.
Oh yeah, reshaped the fenders, made it look more like a Willis.
A lot of chassis work. A John Rossiter power plant in there now. They've done their homework. That's a hard charger.
Car.
I think it's cool. I really like the lettering, the paint.
That's the 1958 Ford Anglia, folks, on the tower side with a 406 Chevy inside it somewhere. He's out of Stanley, New York. The gentleman's name is Bill Curtis. Larry Kerrigan, a.k.a. the Sinister Minister out of Oshawa. Husband to the lovely Tamara.
Yeah, she's around here somewhere.
Engineer Racing Service doing a lot to help this class and a lot of other classes. Want to thank Engineer Racing Services for all they do. Larry's trying to call somebody there. Is he just waving at me? You waving at me, Larry? Oh, he's got Greg Wicklam's attention, who gets Tamara's attention. All right, so we're just going to clean up a little bit of fuel. Fuel will evaporate.
Oh, he's just waving to. Oh, okay, yeah. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Okay.
Drag racing is one huge family, I'll tell you what.
We definitely are. And I've seen it so many times where being the final round and the one fella's broke and the fella who's going to race him, instead of taking it easy and winning the whole thing on a single, will actually go there and help them fix their car
To beat
so
them.
they can, and they end up getting beat. It's just amazing, but it's what we do. We've always done it, and very proud of it.
It says here that Bill Curtis is a retired NASA engineer, so the man knows his stuff.
Yeah, they're quite a large contingent out of the western New York area. Love to have them here with us. They've got some really nice cars.
Larry goes back quite far. Bill waits with his top bulb lit
Yeah.
patiently.
So the clown car, that's a British import. They're built in England and shipped over.
They had the worst electronics of
Oh,
anything
they're
ever made.
horrible. Lucas Electronics on it, they're just horrible.
Oh, nice wheels up launch by Larry Kerrigan. I think it scared him because he lifted. 6 flat at 116 to 669 for Curtis. Jeff Bedard in the Willis on the tower side, taking this gentleman on out of Western New York. Name doesn't come to me quite.
Art Mizuraka.
Art Mizuraka, that's it. 34 Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's Pat Sharp, but we'll find out.
No, if Jeff Bedard. Nice memory show a couple of years. Got to know him pretty well. So no time for the Willis. 654. Now this is a nice Rhapsody in blue. Petty Cash
Yeah.
and Moody Blue.
Both of them out of Western New York. Petty Cash out of Niagara Falls, New York, so he's not too far away.
Brian Cressman in the 55 Chevy, Petty Cash, and Steve Weisner. There we go. Weisner out of Cheektowaga on the Austin A40. Small block Chevy in the tower side, and could be a small block over there, 456.
It's a small block.
And injectors.
Injected, yeah.
55 leaves premature, only by 2,000ths of a second though. 611 to a 657.
Yeah. Nice pair of runs there.
Track's got teeth.
Yeah, that's one thing. This track is known for some exceptional bite, and it's been very carefully maintained by Iron Mike and his crew. They work very tirelessly. Pool table smooth it is, and very sticky.
Shazzy! Old Primitive Pete bought both cars. He's got his Willis and his Fiat. I like this guy.
Yeah, that's very cool.
392 cubic inch Chevy in that Willis. Shazzy! He's out of Niagara-on-the-Lake in the 62, 40 Econoline with a small block Chevy in it and chopped roof. Originally built by Rodfather Gary Archer. He's actually building a model of it now.
Ah, very cool. And at one point it had 2 small block Chevys in the back.
Yeah, when Opie owned it.
Dave Opie, previous owner.
And then Opie went flying on it for a while until he kept switching lanes and scaring people.
I would imagine he'd be scaring himself too.
Yeah.
Got to be a weird sensation. You're sitting right on top of the front axle.
Yeah.
There's nothing really in front of you.
No, just the glass.
So, yeah, very cool ride. And that's what the people like about these gassers. They're very entertaining. They're something different. No matter what you think you like, they probably have one. Right in the True North Gassers series.
So they got water coming out of the Willis. So Shazzy out of Niagara-on-the-Lake is on his own. Sponsored by Crown Cookware Engineered Racing. His occupation is a contractor and underwater welder. Previous best is 625 at 108. Let's see what he's got in him tonight. Chris Shazzy, 638 at 107.
Not bad considering the pea soup air we have today. Very humid.
Not exactly mine shaft conditions, no.
No. And what happens is when it gets very humid, the water molecules displace the oxygen molecules. So you're trying to burn water instead of oxygen, and it just slows everybody down. Love the lettering on the Moody Blue. That's a Dan the Sign Man special. Western New York letterer to the start, I would say. So we have a lot of corrections. I made an error of the water tap machine in a large order. Where'd the sheet go? Here we go. All right. The water tap machine is in fact a stock Coyote motor. And it's only a 4-speed, not a 5-speed, as I previously mentioned, due to their category not allowing more than 4 speeds, forward speeds that is. And it has a best of 920 in outlaw trim and a 957 in what they would call a legal trim in the NMCA category. Sorry about that, folks, but we got it corrected. I want to tell everybody the true story. All right. So as we prepare for the next category, I want to thank everyone from, well, we've got a drone up there looking straight in the window at us right now. We're going to wave, but they won't be able to see us through this tinted window. He's waving back. Hello, we're here in the tower. Say hi, say cheese. Here comes Shawsey on the return road. What you should do is you should get into the pits when this is all said and done. These drivers and crew people, they love to talk about their vehicles and what they're doing and where they're going next and all that kind of stuff. Don't be shy. Come on up to them, say hey, whatever vehicle you might like and say, yeah, I like this car, and be ready. They're going to bend your ear off, tell you all about it, and have a great time doing it. Great folks. Thank you, Rob. Great folks, I tell you, all of them. You can go in the pits and talk to them, and they'll tell you all kinds of interesting tidbits that we don't know about in the tower here. So make sure you head into the pits and say hi. Slick's Bar doing bang-up business. Wait till you see some funny cars. Hope you guys are all ready. Food trucks in behind the main grandstand. Food booth is open. Souvenir booth also open. Get some 2026 swag while you're here. T-shirts, hats, hoodies. We're going to check out some tank tops later, aren't we, babe? So, all is good. We are ready to fire the next pair, which would be the Dirty Birds, and they put on a hell of a show.
All right, JJ over there representing CJR. Over in the bar looks like they're having a good time. There's a lot of people over there. The band's going to start up pretty soon, so look out. JJ representing. All right, what's going on, Bill? I hear something coming out of the lanes. It's
yeah, we've got the Dirty Birds.
The Dirty Birds.
Jay Meisner. These are manual transmissions, folks. Clutch cars, rev it up to the moon, sidestep the clutch, and once you recover from the shock, you start hitting the gear lever, next. So, 5-speed in the Mustang, 4-speed in the Thunderbird.
Flames, the ghost flames on that Mustang. You can't see them now in this light, obviously, but in the sunlight, they just glisten. Water tap. What is water tap, Bill?
I don't know.
Pipeline Repair and Securex is sponsor, and Meisner Motorsports on the right-hand side. He's a gynecologist by trade. What a cool thing to be. That's what FJ is these days. And Dave Sturck, gynecologist. Rev's going to the moon in a little deep over there. That's some trouble for Meisner.
Meisner can't find a gear there. So he won't have a representative number there.
Chad, 982 at 135, which is very respectable for the heat and the humidity.
Yep. So they'll take that information and run with it.
Schaefer's Specialized Lubricants Nitro Nationals continues.
Now this is just a teaser, folks. This is just to wake you up, shake out the cobwebs, get you ready for tomorrow, where we've got huge doses of nitromethane coming your way. Make sure you're here for that.
Nitro.
I love it. Yeah, the cloud cover is quite different.
So you should be coming around the corner next. I've called Nitro Bikes, Nostalgia Alcohol Funny Cars. I need the CJR, Wheel Stand and Fire Truck, And the rest of you, Jet Dragsters and Rick Hollywood Cops, Bone Shaker. We need you all to the lanes now, please. AA gases are next on the bill.
I love this 57 Chevy, supercharged. Very cool looking. Could be a street freak, if you will, but here it's going to run in the AA gassers.
The fact that it's black and it's got Kragers, deep dish Kragers, and it sits up high, there's no tube frame under this bad boy. This is old school.
This is a real deal.
In the other lane, the Kirker brothers with their beautiful little Austin.
Yep. Been racing forever.
And the color is, once again?
Tucson Gold Metallic.
There you go. Bill researched it out.
Available on 69 Ford pickup trucks. Only.
Only.
They love the color, and every race car they've had super stock Camaros and all kinds of different stuff. Always with that same color. So Randy Kirker out of Middle Park, New York. That's just across the border. Bill Van Noy out of Rush, New York in the 57, claiming 500 cubic inches of supercharged big block Chevy.
Thing just looks sinister sitting there, especially in low light.
Yeah. Cool car. These cars were used to be, other than top fuel dragsters, these used to be the top ticket, and they would be able to book in shows. And then funny cars came along, and, well, that was the end of that.
Yep. Does his burnout, comes to a stop. It's in reverse.
Now, back in the olden days where there was zero track prep, they could hold on and do a burnout as far as they cared to do it. With today's technology and the tire and the track conditions, it's pretty hard to do a big smoky burnout nowadays. But I think the CJR folks, they might have something to say about that later on.
Yep. Christian was just up here, told me the Hellcat blew the motor, so he's just got the track out tonight, but he's bringing another Hellcat for tomorrow. So there'll be 2 of them tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. That'd be a cool car to go get groceries in, a Trackhawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick, before it gets cold.
All right, supercharged gassers. Kirker Brothers doing a really good job. 546, 132 to the halfway point. Bill Van Noy, 566 at 122. Very good opening salvo for the AA gassers. And the Hemi J actually has a Chevy power plant now. Or last time it was here, it did anyway. So that's a little bit of a false advertising there.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Fire in the hole. I got the Hemi J 392 powered up against the Willis.
Big old rat, says right on the hood. Another USA versus Canada matchup.
Beautiful. Trying their best to continue that burnout.
Yeah. The Willis is a tribute to Pork Zaltman out of Pennsylvania. And it was called the Filthy 40.
Filthy 40, that's correct.
Imagine having a name Pork Zartman.
And that car won quite a bit.
It did, yeah.
Ken Sherwood and Michael Campbell. How was it?
Campolucci.
Campolucci, there we go. 392 Hemi, if I get the big block Chevy on the tower side.
Yeah. Mike's dad, former Pontiac racer and in the Super Gas. Mauro Campolucci. Real Pontiac fan he is.
Sure was.
Sherwood is out of Dubois, Pennsylvania. So go say hi to those folks. They traveled quite a bit to get here to put on a show for all you folks. So make sure you give them a nod, say hi, say thanks for coming.
We're in a kind of a weird position here. I can't see it very often. It's not my line of vision, these cars coming down the road. So please give them a hand when they come by. If I don't ask you to, it's because I haven't noticed. And when the lights go down and it's just headlights come my way, I can't decide who's coming down the return road. So just be good Canadians. Give them a hand. They're putting on a show for you at the Nitro Nationals.
Wow, 4-second pass.
499 at 142
Wow.
Holland, but 628, 111 for Ken Sherwood in the big Willis.
Nice laps a pair. Now the Jar Racing 33 Willis is the class of the field. Has gone 480s at will. The Rossiter power plant.
All right, as the ladies go down to pick up their husbands, we'll watch this car come around the corner. John and Aaron Reed. Car
Look at the God of Hellfire.
Oh my God, what a beautiful
Take a picture of
recreation.
this car, please. Man, that thing is absolutely show quality gorgeous. We're going to get some pictures tomorrow.
That's Jay Rust out of Chesterland, Ohio. 354 old school Chrysler Hemi in that with the big valve covers. Cool.
Yep. They started life as a 277, then went to 331, then 354, and ended up with 392 cubic inches out of the basic Hemi design. First generation Hemi.
This car, if I'm not mistaken, was Frank Mazzi's at one time.
Frank Mazzi, yeah.
And John,
Frank and Linda Mazzi.
and Jim Audi.
Yeah, and Jim Audi built it. Now, whether this has got much left of it, because they did destroy it at Indy or Bowling Green, I forget what.
I believe it was.
I think it was Bowling Green.
Hit the Christmas tree.
Yeah. So check it out. Definitely go see these cars in the pits. They're gorgeous.
Brought to you by Engineered Racing. Thank Greg and Lawrence Wicklund for all they do for the sport, especially for the gassers.
Aaron Reed, J.A.R. John and Aaron Reed in the 33. Looking to lay down low qualifier here.
No trouble for John and Aaron. They've gone quicker.
They've got 480s before, so. Nice opening salvo, though. J. Rust machine. I mean, he's got to be careful. That thing is like a piece of art. It's just jewelry. Take some pictures of that car when you get back to the pits. Gorgeous car. So we're going to check the track, make sure everything's okay before we send any more bullets down through there. And we do have a little taste of some nitro for you coming up. Rob Brown, a friend of ours. We've got another nitro bike here as well. So we got two different ways to go nitro drag bike racing. V-twin of Rob Brown and a straight 4, and you can hear the difference. This thing's on nitro methane. By the rules, they have to wear a bulletproof vest. No joke, no fooling.
They're stuck to the seats too. There's like a Velcro that goes onto the uniform and to the seat, and they stuck themselves to the seats. And we just seen recently with a guy coming off Superman come off the top fuel bike.
Yeah, Larry Spider-Man McBride.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah. First times he's ever.
Yeah, that was gruesome footage to watch, but he was okay.
Nitro in the house of the two-wheel variety.
This is Schaefer's Specialized Lubricants Nitro Nationals for 2026 here at the legendary Cayuga Dragway. Since 1954, your place to race in Southern Ontario. Rob Brown lights the hides on his ride.
So we got basically a Jap bike versus and you can hear the huge differences. Both of them on nitromethane. Who you got?
Smoking a bit.
Yeah, see that.
844. Rob Brown drives around him. 812 and 134.
Yeah.
Rob had a better light.
Boy, you see the candles were really lit. They were really moving out, and something happened at, I'm going to say, the 800-foot mark for the left-hand lane. Very cool.
All right, it's pretty cool, and it's going to get cooler. Nitro bikes, and now we got Nostalgia Alcohol Funny Cars coming up next. Paul Noakes and
Gasser's coming in front of the main grandstands now. Give them a wave. Doing a good job for us here. Our opening salvo, the start of the Nitro Nationals here Friday night. as we're going to check to see if everything's okay. That I believe it's a Suzuki, but we'll find out for sure. He had quite a bit of puff of smoke coming out of it at about, I'm going to guess, at 800 feet. So we'll do a little bit of TP, a little bit of track prep. Make sure everything is ready to rock and or roll. As I mentioned, they use lasers to check the straightness and flatness of this racing surface. It's constantly attended to, prepped all the time. There's a very thin layer of rubber. If it gets too thick, they get a big propane tank on a scraper unit and scrape it down to about 1/8 of an inch. The Kubota has several thousand pounds in the back there and old drag slicks on the bottom. So it's distributing some rubber onto the glue if they spray it with glue, or sometimes it's just used to smooth it out. If somebody's rattling the tires, it actually puts little divots in there. So this is used to smooth out that already pool table smooth racing surface. And they know they got it just about right. When the drag slicks on the bottom start screaming, they know they've got good traction and ready to send our next pair of monsters down this legendary race facility. They've been in continuous operation since 1954, putting us in at least the top 5 worldwide of longest running drag strips.
And I might be biased, but we're also the biggest and the best. That's all I can say. All right, so we're just getting everything cleared up on the track here. We got funny cars, we got jets, we got wheel standards in the lanes. We got CJR coming up. Lay down some smoke.
Yeah, well, last year Stacy was taking a picture of the blue Challenger, and he did such a big burnout. He actually blew the slick.
And his quarter panel.
And his quarter panel too. Is Stacy okay? Oh yeah.
It was last year, I think, when the Trackhawk spun and spun around and touched the guardrail.
Yeah.
Set off his onset. And the fire department showed up, and the cops.
Fire department showed up.
Helicopters, locusts, everything showed up just because of this.
SWAT team.
Yeah. Rappelling down buildings. All right, folks. Just going to wait till the Kubota clears the track. Kubota gets more laps down this racetrack than any race car, guarantee.
Sorry, I have no Joey's left.
Well, that's
We have
okay.
one box.
That's okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Shard. Son of Hellfire just past the main grandstand. Gorgeous piece of machinery. Make sure you go check them out. Say hi. Thank you for coming all the way from Ohio. Put on a show for us here. It's cooled down a little bit for everyone. The sun going down is going to make a big difference. Hopefully it's not so, oh boy, it was quite hot earlier today. Shade and bottles of water was the plan. So hopefully everybody's hydrated. I know the people in this Slicks bar, you guys and gals, having a good time. Band will be starting up. I think the band's name's Cherry Bomb or something like that, Rob? Yeah, so that'll be a good show, so don't go anywhere. No reason to pack up and leave. And make sure you're here tomorrow for the big one. We'll be burning lots of nitromethane, let me tell you. So not completely satisfied with the gription just yet. And it's got to be top notch for the big guns we're going to send down here right shortly. Harley's coming, Nitro Bikes coming on in front of the grandstands. Give them a wave. We'll be back for more. So if your food booth is open, souvenir booth definitely open. Lots of food trucks behind the main grandstand. If you're hungry, thirsty, whatever. Bags of ice available at the food booth, which is something to consider. Now we don't need to tell you about Slick's Bar. Those guys and gals are hopping over there. We're going to have a band after, so come on over and join the party. Nitro Nationals, once a year we pull out all the stops. And it's well worth it. So the four-way flashers on the Kubota is to indicate that we're good to go. He's happy with the gription, as it were. Tugging the motor down on that Kubota. We used to have a smaller Kubota, and boy, it would, when the track got really tight and sticky, that poor thing really struggled to pull that weight down the track. This one's a whole lot better. Of course, it's twice as big. Funny cars in the house. Now we've got a selection. We're going to find out who's first. Frantic Ford Mustang 2 funny car. Drew Sweetman at the switch. The Frantic Ford has been racing Nitro funny cars since at least 1969. They ran a whole bunch of funny cars, Dodger Glen, Rapid Roy Harris, Sarge Arciero, and the late Dodger Glen. He crashed and died in a Frantic Ford. In the other lane, Jamie Russell and the Iron Outlaw. They've got two bodies, a Corvette and a Mustang. Is it Corvette here today? And they're both gorgeous, and they can swap them out. We were the first to see the Corvette anywhere as they debuted it. The body, that is. The paint job is just incredible on both of them. So these machines are called Nostalgia Alcohol Funny Cars. And they're usually running a big inch Chevrolet based on a high load of alcohol. The Iron Outlaw's got a 540, which is making about 2,000 horsepower. 1471 Cabelco Supercharger by Mike Janis, another local racer out of Buffalo. And the paint is by Sano's Custom Paint. And I believe they're out of New Jersey. Excellent work. Great car, always puts on a good show, as does the Frantic Ford. All right, candles are lit. You hear the pulsing of the rotors of the blower punching in fuel at an uneven rate. Excellent burnouts of pair. Jamie Russell out of Half Moon, New York. That is a 1978 Corvette replica body. '77 Mustang 2 body on the Frantic Ford. Before they ran funny cars, they ran dragsters, and it was called the Frantic. It was called the Frantic 4 when they ran four different teammates, partners, if you will. So when they wanted to go funny car racing, it was pretty easy to go to a Frantic Ford. So we'll get a list of both wheels here. Oh, love the dry hops. Love dry hops. Be made mandatory. Going to rev them fairly high up. 5,000 RPM would be quite normal before swapping feet and letting her hang.
Top bulbs are lit. 6 more inches on either side.
Nice even matchup, eh, Rob?
Yeah, gets there with the 718 with the red light, 712 for Drew Sweetman on the tower side in the Frantic Ford entry. Up next.
Mile an hour is almost the same. Mm-hmm. Good match.
Very close competition.
And who's on deck now?
Robin Stamba on one of the sides here.
Yeah.
I really wish there was more light back here.
Robin, she's in the Generation X Vega-bodied funny car. They're claiming it to be a 74 Vega, and they're out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Robin, she drives it. Her brother Matt is a tuner, and it is a Hemi, a Keith Black Hemi. And they've been campaigning funny cars and altereds and dragsters and the like for many, many decades. Ah, the Boston Strangler, yes. Back in the day, Arnie Karp, out of the Boston area, obviously, used to campaign a very, very strong alcohol funny car. John Wall is the driver. And they're, of course, out of Boston, Massachusetts, so that's a bit of a hike from here. The body is from the former Cape Codder Nitro funny car. So there you go. Cape Cod not too terribly far from Boston.
Here we go, folks. Schaefer's Specialized Lubricants Nitro Nationals continues here at TMP. Nice. Burnouts are cathartic. They're cathartic to watch, cathartic to do. They're just good for the soul. On beautiful Vega, they recently repainted that car because he's met with some concrete here at a Labor Day race last year.
Yeah.
And it's the Generation X Vega, but they haven't got it lettered yet, and I think it looks just fine as it is.
I like it like that.
Yeah.
Nice, clean looking.
This is when funny cars were actually identifiable as not big blobs of carbon fiber with decals.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you whether it's a Camaro or a Mustang or whatever the heck it is nowadays. They're aerodynamically perfect, but they've lost their identity.
They're soulless. Here we go, the young lady on the tower side, Robin Stambaugh of Fredericksburg, racing with her brother.
Just nails him to the wall with a 622. Holy man, that thing was on a move.
103.60. He was 404, 177 at the 8th.
At the 8th, yeah.
Wow.
Strong run. Robin, fighting it all the way down, still puts together almost 200 miles an hour. All right, so we've got John Wall stopped on the racing surface way beyond the finish line, and he's too far to push, so we're going to get somebody out there to get him off the top end of the race course.
Our next funny car is a Canadian. Paul Noakes, coming up now to London, Ontario. He's a member of the Canadian Drag Racing Hall of Fame. He's got himself a 66 Chevy 2 Nostalgia Alcohol Funny Car, 540 big block Chevy, 1471 high helix supercharger, 3-speed Lenko. He's owned by Brian and Paul Noakes, father and son team. Brian also a drag racer of note from the 60s. Bill can tell you a lot about his history with gassers and double B funny cars. But Paul Noakes would like to thank his sponsors, Engineer Racing Services, again, Crawford Heating, Cooling and Plumbing, Mid-City 4x4, M&W Fabrications, and B&N Automotive. So Paul Noakes coming up and making a single because we have 5 cars. Just wait for the other funny car to clear the top end of the racing surface. I've seen Paul Noakes race a number of times over the years, and he's saved a lot of runs other guys would have long given up on. He's a pretty good driver.
Yeah, he's a driver's driver.
He's also licensed to run Top Fuel.
Yes, he's run the Peyton Top Fuel car. No stranger to nitromethane. Driven a whole slew of cars, isn't he? Super stock cars,
yeah.
The dragster that he shares with his daughter, Brooklyn, who's, of course, 3rd generation racer.
She's an up-and-comer.
Absolutely.
really do the longest burnout, and that was pretty close to the longest one we've seen today.
He just knows how to do it. It's very instinctive for Paul. I don't think there's too many drivers that could step into whatever it might be and just instantly know how to handle that monster.
Back up a ways after burning out so far.
Yeah, back when nitro cars, nitro funny cars, when match racing would do just that. Burn out at least halfway down and back up at 60 miles an hour. Of course, they can't see anything except for where they're coming from. Very exciting times. This car was built to run the California Funny Car series with a 750 index.
So Paul Noakes rolling towards the beams under the watchful eye of his sponsor, Greg Wicklum of Engineer Racing Services, and his entire crew. Nice run for Paul. 670 mile an hour is out in that lane. Did you tell him that?
Yeah, that was a nice run in the conditions, I would say, for Paul Noakes. And this is a Can-Am, this is a stock, super stock exhibition. They want to thank 660 Sportsman Nationals, Triple K Upholstery, Pecker Competition Engines, Fletch Racing, J. Miro Plumbing, Maple City Tire, Slowpoke Racing, Engineered Racing Services, Spec Industries, Queenston Group, Niagara Appraisal, Niagara Finishing and Sandblasting, Dell's Equipment Services, AutoNo, Priority Collision, Craftsworks, Filthy Phil's Detailing, Lance's Automotive, and Toronto Motorsports Park for bringing stock super stockers here in front of the big crowd.
Wheel standing, hard running, stock, super stock, old school muscle cars and new school with old school parts.
So in the Schaefer's lane, that is Tony Valerio.
No, it's Schaefer's lane's the right
Schaefer's the
lane.
right lane?
Yeah.
So I can't see the top end. Tony Valerio, 4-speed, 350 stock eliminator. Chelsea and Wally Clark in the super stocker in the right-hand lane.
What a photo op that was. Hope you caught it, guys and gal.
Tony goes 10:65, 121, which is a pretty good lap, and Chelsea or Wally, I'm not sure who's in it. I can't see anything through this tinted windows. 10:03. So Chelsea at the switch, I'm told.
Yeah.
Okay,
there's
you want
Wally down
smoke?
there.
Smoke them if you got them.
All right, folks, here we go. CJR, these Hemi-powered vehicles. This was a four-wheel drive car, but he took the drive shaft out, so it's only rear-wheel drive. It's impossible to do a four-wheel drive burnout. No, it's Christian. Christian, I can't pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. Here we go, folks. All right. All right. A little bit of smoke there, Christian. You would have had a Hellcat here tonight, but the engine went south. He'll have a Hellcat and the Trackhawk here tomorrow. I don't think he was happy with that.
So what do you think, Slick Spar? Are you choked out with some beautiful smells of burnt rubber? Very, very cool. Go to your Dodge dealers. I don't know if they sell them anymore.
No,
Boy,
not
oh boy.
these.
That'd be very
You
cool.
sell something else that they're not doing very well at selling.
I think they have some new edition Chargers or something, do they?
Yeah.
I don't even follow it. That's how
Yeah,
out
me
of it I
neither.
am.
New Camaro coming, it's a 4-door. That's what they
That
tell me.
can't be.
That can't be. It better not be.
Better not be. Yeah. I won't buy one.
Trying to gather it all in and get that Trackhawk down there, heavy power. 1036 in the right-hand Schaefer's Liquids lane.
1036 out of your grocery getter.
All right, according to my list now, we've got the wheel-standing fire truck coming up. Ricky Ream.
Ready for some wheel standing action. The only wheel standing Studebaker fire truck pickup truck in existence, methanol burning, flame throwing, sparks throwing. We never know what he's going to do, and we talked to him about it. He says, I just do what feels right at the time. Never the same show twice. So just testing the waters there. And my guess is he's going to get up to the top and then pull a Yui. And then come back on down track and scare the bejeebers out of everyone. There he goes, turning it around there now. His family shop was in Ohio, still is apparently, still in. There's some sparks coming up of that on the back wheels all the way down. He's moving. Slow her down, slow down, slow down. Look at that. So anyway, all the wheel standers, which were a brand new thing, would come to his family's shop for repairs and stuff, centrally located in Ohio. He was a young kid and you just loved him. Wow, this is cool, I want to do this. And many decades later, here he is. His very own wheel stander, entertaining people all across North America. So we got some funny cars, I believe, coming back through the main grandstands. Make sure you give them a wave. Doing a great job for everyone here at Toronto Motorsports Park. Oh, look at that. See? Fireworks and everything. Who knew?
Fireworks from a fire truck. Here we go, folks. You never know what you're going to see at the drags.
You'd think they're supposed to be putting out fires, but great showman, Rick Ream, out of Ohio.
Funny cars coming in front of the grandstands and the super stocks. In stock, Tony Valerio, Chelsea Clark, the legendary Tony Valerio, and Christian in the Trackhawk. All right, back on the track, Rick Ream, Rick and Piper Ream, with the only 48 Studebaker fire truck wheel stander known to man. If you find another, let Rick know.
All right. right, so it looks like he's going to line up, take the starting line. The goal here is to be on the back wheels right to the finish line, 1/4 of a mile away. And you can see where the scoreboards are. That's a long way to be on the back wheels, not seeing where you're able to go.
Here we go.
Using the brake handle to go left or right. Oh, look at that.
Gets it up, carries it. He's going to make it all the way to the 1320.
So far, so good.
Still up. And he puts her down. All right, Ricky Ream.
He did it.
1306, he went on that run on the back wheels.
Good job, Rick Ream. And Piper Ream, of course. Wait till you see their tow vehicle. Here it comes.
It's a U.S. Postal Delivery Vehicle. Why do I think Cliff Clavin when I look at that?
Yeah, that would be something that he would hang his hat on.
Half the people here have no idea who he is, though, but I age myself with my cultural references.
Cliff Clavin.
All right, it's jet car time, ladies and gentlemen. If you have little kids, keep their ears protected. If you have dogs, they hear 10 times what we hear, so if it's loud to you, can you imagine how loud it is to that dog?
Yep.
We've had dogs run, just bolt, and they've never been seen again,
Yep.
so we don't want that to happen.
True story.
All right, we're going to have to clear out the center of the track. We're going to have to clear out the sides. Everything's got to be cleared out with the jets. Thank you, John. You the best, man. Wear your Dragway Park hat tomorrow. Oh, somebody in the zoo sending off some fireworks, a little extra for y'all. I don't buy fireworks, I just light my money on fire.
It's almost the same effect.
Pretty much.
Oh, nice.
I had the drone, that's why when you were waving, I was bobbing it up and down. Tyler. Nice to meet you. This is Rihanna. She runs media as well.
Oh, boy.
You guys are more than welcome to the next, like, you're here for the whole weekend?
Yeah, so Fletch Racing is giving us all the media pass and everything tomorrow, and then we're up here tonight with Tina, so.
Good, good.
And the Northern Warrior coming up now. He's sponsored by Engineer Racing Services, Northern Foam Tech.
Rob Sporing's Quality Plus Compressors.
He's got Rob Horner on the tower side here. Paul Noakes coming in front of the grandstand there. Noakesy, way to go, brother.
Great driving job as usual, Paul.
The Sonic Assassin, also sponsored by Engineer Racing Service and Smith Performance.
You guys want a beer? Want a beer?
I won't say no to I'll do.
You want a beer?
Oh, I have my drink downstairs. She's not a...
Horner, tower side. He just got a jet a few years ago. He's just learning the trade. He's been mentored by Neil Armstrong in the Northern Warrior.
No, it's just a tripod.
Mike Scott, what do you got going on there, Mike Beatty Scott? Jet Girls, the two of them. Lester, you're looking good, buddy. I knew he was up to something. The regular crew chief for Neil has just had a medical situation. He's getting a hug down there from Greg. So
couple of the regular racers, BD Mike Scott and Les Kiss, offered to become Jet Girls. They put the Jet Girl t-shirt on to help them fire up this jet. So they're going to take the cables out of the back of the pickup, plug it into the jet. Same thing on this side. Get that turbine moving. And then what happens, Bill?
Yeah. Oh boy, lots of mayhem. Mayhem will
fire,
ensue.
Smoke.
Yeah, they'll spin it up to about, they've got a big bank of batteries in each of the back of those pickup trucks. They'll spin it to at least 50% before they hit the igniters and the fuel injectors.
The best tire wiper in the business, Savini down there doing it. Hi, Savini.
J85 for Neil, complete with afterburner. And I'm not sure the engine in Rob's Sonic Assassin, but we will find out. So they've got their big battery cables plugged in now. So initially you'll see them start to spool up and a little bit of flame will come out of the back, and it just rises from there. And
I'm over to thank the girls. You girls do a heck of a job.
so they'll have it up to, I don't know, 10,000 RPM. It's all in a circle, so it's easy to spin these things up real fast. 20,000 RPM wouldn't be too crazy. We get the batteries plugged in and start this process. The two big tubes on top of the jet engines is where they house the parachutes, because otherwise they'd be burned off in no time. So that's for parachute protection.
All right, folks. I hear something. Jet truck. The Jet's truck, not the Jet truck. I think we're having problems on this side with Rob Horner. I see nothing coming out of that, but I could be wrong. Maybe he is going. I can't tell from up here.
I can't really see anything on the Sonic Assassin. I don't know its current condition. Doesn't look like we're going to have a...
6:09 for Neil and a 6:39 for Rob Horner.
Well, that was very good. A lot of smoke at the end as they shut them down. They kill the igniters, and there's a lot of...
That was a good jet car pass.
Yeah. Team Rick and Piper Ream, give them a good wave. They put on a great show. 2 wheels all the way to the very end. All right, the Bone Shaker. They've campaigned this truck all over. It's been in Mexico putting on exhibitions and all over the place. We expect to see a lot of flames, a lot of heat. Not that we need it today, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Look at the size of that motor. It is huge. I believe it's a J79, one of the biggest jet engines has ever been produced. And it'll go through an ungodly amount of fuel in just 1/4 mile show. All right, so as we see our track prep fellows are spraying water on the asphalt behind the jet engine, you should see the aftermath. It just burns the tar right out of the asphalt, and all you're left with is a bunch of pebbles and rocks sticking up because all the burnable stuff is gone. Very literally. So we've got one monster of a jet engine on an international truck, all custom-made frame and everything. Dual wheels on the back. Big parachutes. It's a lot of weight, and of course we know a little bit about physics, and an object that is in motion tends to stay in motion, and this thing needs to get stopped. So they've got some pretty big laundry coming out at the end. It's a very heavy vehicle. But once these jets run, all depending, some of them need at least an hour to cool down enough that they could actually be safe to spin them up and run them again. Well, that's how hot and how much fuel and everything they put through these things. And sounds like it's going pretty good. We'll have some massive flames and burner pops any second. down the quarter mile lit up like a Christmas tree. I wonder how many gallons of fuel were burned in that little quarter mile run. Excellent show. All right, gang, that wraps it up for today. But, as we mentioned, we've got the whole kitchen sink for you tomorrow. Make sure you're here. Grab your friends and come on out tomorrow. If you're not here all weekend, if you're here all weekend, well, that's even better. You're not going to miss a thing.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
So,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming out. And I want you all to hook hard, and I hope you go straight, and you're never late, and may your God bless you. The bar is going to have a band happening soon, lots happening. The zoo's going to be smoking. It's going to be a great night, folks. Enjoy yourselves. Stay dry.
We'll send you anything that we have. So,
Likewise.
I appreciate it. Tyler.
Hey, pleasure. All right. See you tomorrow up here.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Don't fall off.
all right.